How was it? Was I good? Hi, Ray. It's Ray from the future, or present day. I'm talking to Ray from the past. You're kind of dumb. You should have uploaded this video almost a year ago. Okay. Kids, we are back at it today. Today is going to be another LBZ day. I know I said I was going to get this thing running, ready for next year. That's not going to happen. So I'm just going to clear the air on that one right now, because I keep saying that I'm going to get it done, this and that. Well, we had something lined up for the big fella. It didn't work out. This is why your boy keeps a circle smaller than a skull can. But anyway, so that being said, we're going to move to the other LBZ, which is our girl Lucille, which you saw me cut the bracket off of the sway bar link from the old lower control arms. This truck has a lift kit on it, so we need that bracket, so that way we can put our sway bar links back on. But today, and I've already, I slit open the box and I looked at it, and it was a thing of beauty. But we're going to bust these bad Larrys open. We're going to get them on, and I want to start putting the doghouse on this truck back together. Maybe we might end up back into the booty. We shall see. So let's get into it. Alright guys, absolute must do if you have a Duramax. You don't have to, but I mean, it says it right there, performance manifolds and up pipes. Well, obviously, so our girl Lucille, she has already been on a treadmill. She's been on the weight loss program. Nothing against you, sweetheart. I'm not body shaming you, but we had to shed a little bit. But we're still going to put these on because they're designed to go with our manifolds. And I mean, just look at the flow of that. Just absolutely beautiful. We already have, they come with the bungs in them already for EGT ports, which is amazing. Now for trucks like Lola and Ironhide, where we're doing a lot of data logging with them, this is key. Lucille has started making her way up the ranks in the power and torque department. So, you know, maybe somewhere down the road she'll end up with a monitor in her as well. I say that because my trucks already have the 4 gauges in them, boost, pyrometer, rail pressure, and fuel supply pressure. But you know, when we start getting away from the stock turbos and the stock fuel components, we want to start paying a little closer attention, because let's face it, well, that's motherfuckers trying to copyright your boy right out the hole. Anyway, what I was trying to say is that when we start getting away from those stock components, you know, there's going to be a lot of people out there, oh, I've got this done to mine, I've got that done to my Spider, and, you know, I don't have any problems. Look, I'll be honest with you, because nobody else is going to do it. When you start adding this kind of power and start utilizing it, you're not driving it like Meemaw drives to Sunday. No, or Sunday church. You're foot to the fucking floor, because it makes cool noises. Cool shit comes out of the exhaust, and you roll the tires. Let's get this shit on the truck. Guys, we've got manifolds are in. We're going to be throwing up pipes in next. And it's, man, I look like I've been drinking. It's quite a bit of a jump forward, actually. We ended up having to bust out the welder to get the 2 original exhaust studs out. Now, granted, sorry, weird burp. Does anybody, am I the only one, but does anybody eat hard-boiled eggs like it's candy? Or is that just me? Probably just me. But anyway, we had already had the manifolds off, but I didn't pull the two studs, front and rear, off of either side. Now the passenger side was a dream. I knew it was going to be a dream because it's wide open. Driver's side, nope. So that took a little longer. We had to bust out the welder. So I'd weld the nuts on there so that way we could spin it out. Passenger side, because of course, you know, there's so much room to work with. Getting the vice grips on there and doing that trick worked like a charm, but passenger side she wasn't having it. So we're gonna do up pipes next. It's a little bit of a jump in time. We ended up taking a couple breaks. The manifolds were already off, but the studs that are on the two studs that are for the factory manifolds, those fought us a little bit. Passenger side's wide open, so it's easy, ain't no thing. But the driver's side fought us. I ended up having to break out the welder, weld some nuts on there, and get them out that way. They also say that per their instructions, which, I mean, we're men, we don't read them, you know. But I glanced, you know, who hasn't? But they want you to remove the steering shaft. And I tell you what, man, I work on heavy equipment all day long. I come home and I work on this stuff. I've been doing this shit for years. But for some reason, steering shafts and we don't get along. So what I ended up doing was I ended up feeding it from underneath and then coming in the back with it. And as you can see, she's in there. Everything is still loose because, like I said, I still have to put in the up pipes, and they also say that they want you to do the up pipes first. I'm not. But what I am going to do is this is me personally, this is what I have found easiest, is I will end up taking the passenger side up pipe and feeding it up through here. Or, sorry, the driver's side, feeding it up through there, and just kind of going bloop, right over. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the passenger side, just kind of nyeh, and ain't no thing, right? So that's what I'm going to get started on next. Now, I'm not doing a whole lot of time lapse or anything like that because you don't want to see my fat ass draped over this thing. Ain't nobody here for that. So I will catch back up with you guys again when we get that stuff in. So now that Ray from the past is done, current Ray is going to talk to you now. Because, you know, not real good at this YouTube and stuff, and not good at finishing things. So anyway, lots happened with, well, clearly she's outside. So a lot's happened with Lucille. I will show you guys in a minute, but I want to give you a quick rundown. We did get manifold up pipes done. Even before I did this job, I put what are you doing?
Wind.
Oh, it'll be all right. Famous last words.
Worst comes to worst, we can just come out and re-record it.
Right. I mean, I can always do a voiceover too. Anyway, starting back from the top. Manifolds and up pipes are on. Before I did that job, well, no, yeah. So, down my list, manifolds and up pipes are done, which, if I remember correctly, that was the focus of this video. We've done a lot of other things too. Transmission has been out of this. Transmission's back in it. We've added some more upgrades to it. You guys already know that this was a built transmission in this truck to begin with. We added some more parts to be able to handle more power because we did change the turbocharger in this thing as well too. And we also added a CP3. I threw some injectors in it as well. I've been very, very busy on this truck. I just haven't really documented it. So as I finish this thing up and get it all the way put back together, I'm gonna try my best to go over it. When I was working on this thing, getting home from work or a weekend, what have you, if I had time, it was probably about, what would you say, like 45 minutes, maybe an hour and a half if I was lucky, give or take.
Yeah,
That's
sounds
fair.
alright.
So I just worked. I didn't get the camera set up or anything like that, because you know a guy's got a limited window of shit to do. So you know I'm gonna do the right thing and completely ignore social media, which is the thing that I'm trying to build here. And well, anyway, got a little distracted with the dog, but we're gonna hop on the good foot and do the bad thing. So, babe.